The May Visa Bulletin is out, and we see a continuation of what's been happening the last few months, which is not a lot of change. But there is good news in the employment-based categories and predictions for what to expect in the coming months, which we will discuss in just a moment. So what can we learn by looking at the new charts for the family-based preference categories? Because of USCIS's large visa backlog, there is enough demand to use up the available green cards, so they have not advanced the dates in these categories. Looking at the final action dates chart, we see that the F2A category, which is spouses and children of permanent residents, remains current in all years. All the other dates that you see on the screen did not advance from last month. Next, we have filing dates for family-based categories. Again, most of the dates you see on this chart did not advance from last month, with a couple exceptions. The first being F2B Mexico, which advanced 9 days to May 1st, 2001, and F4 Mexico, which advanced over 2 months to March 1st, 2001. So what can you expect in the coming months if you are waiting for a family-based green card category to become current? Due to the backlog causing high demand and the fact that most family-based green cards are processed at embassies and consulates abroad, many of which are still not running at full capacity, it's likely we will see little movement in final action dates through the rest of the fiscal year, ending on September 30th, 2022. We may see some movement in filing dates at the end of the fiscal year as USCIS brings on staff to increase its processing capacity. Next, let's take a look at the May Visa Bulletin for employment-based preference categories. Before we do, if this is your first time on my channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications for regular immigration news updates. And if you would like to get my help on your case, call our office to schedule an evaluation at 212-248-7907. If you look at the employment-based final action dates and final date charts for May, you might notice they look a little different. That's because the EB-5 visa category was reauthorized and reformed in the spending bill President Biden signed back in March. The program now has different subcategories, each with their own filing dates. The Department of State has resumed processing approved applications for this category that were filed on or before June 30, 2021. And while the date changes in May Visa Bulletin don't go into effect until May 1st, these new EB-5 dates are an exception and go into effect immediately. So let's take a look at the final action date chart for employment-based categories. Again, we can see that there was very little change for May, the one exception being the EB2 category for India, which moved ahead 55 days to September 1st, 2013. We also see there is now a final action date of November 22nd, 2015 for EB5 unreserved regional center subcategory for China, with the rest of the EB5 categories now being listed as current. The rest of the dates on the screen remain unchanged from April. We see a very similar pattern of movement for the employment-based filing date chart. EB2 for India advanced 3 months to December 1st, 2014, but the rest of the dates on the screen remain the same as last month. USCIS has announced they will be using the filing dates chart for the employment-based applications again this month. This is a change from when Charlie Oppenheim was in charge, and we would see the use of the filing dates chart cut off for the rest of the year around January. Because of the backlog of cases eating up demand, we can expect in the coming months to see little movements in these dates. This may go on until the start of the fiscal year in October, when more green cards become available, unless Congress acts to recapture unused visas. There is actually bipartisan talk of recapturing green cards by both Republican and Democrat senators before the midterm elections this year. I will include a link to that video here. I will also continue to bring you additional immigration news as it becomes available, so be sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications if you haven't done so yet. Click here to watch this video next, and I will see you there.